Hey guys, what's up? It's Austin Booley again with Options Traders. Today we're going to go over how to draw support and resistance lines. I'm doing this video because it was requested by someone who left a comment in the Momentum Indicators video, I believe. So this is Facebook. Just to get one example, I got rid of all these trend lines down here. I'm going to show you how I would do it. So resistance on a stock chart is a place where the stock has a hard time breaching, and when it breaches that level, it shoots up. Okay, and support is when it has a hard time breaking through a certain level, and then when it does, it shoots through. Okay, so for example, a resistance point or a support would be here because it came down and it bounced here, and then it came back and it bounced at that same spot, and then when it broke through, it flushed out. Okay, so that would be an example of a support line. Old support becomes new resistance, and old resistance becomes new support. So we have this old support here. Hold on, let me draw this out all the way. Will I get it at 0? Probably nope. There we go. So we have this support line here. Bounce, bounce, drop, right? Bounce, bounce, drop. So it becomes a new resistance line. So old support, bounce, bounce, it comes up and then it hits it and gets rejected by this line. Okay, that's the same way of old support. Okay, old resistance lines. It becomes a new support line. So let's see here. Let's look for our next line. So we have the highs here and we have some lows here. Obviously we hit it, we get close, we hit it, and we go back up. So a solid support line would be right here. My computer is starting to heat up because I have too many stuff running. But so this is our large resistance and support line. Now let's get in a bit closer. So if we look in a bit closer, we have again, I do my support and resistance lines on the 15-minute chart. Okay, the 4-hour chart just shows me big resistance and support levels, but since I day trade, I like to see the intraday ones, and it's hard to see an intraday support and resistance on the 2-minute time frame. So I do it on the 15-minute. I believe it's a nice little middle there. So as we can see, a nice support / resistance line is also right here, and I'll show you why. Okay, so we have here, we bounce at this line, we have some consolidation at this line before a break higher. We have some resistance at this line, we have some resistance before a break higher, we have some consolidation. So that would be an example of that. This would also be trading in a range here, but it would look like your support would be about here, and your resistance I would probably just go with that one, but just to draw it. And then now let's look at it at the 2-minute just to see if we're right. So if we go in here, we know that for the trading day for right here, we are at the lows here because we hit the low. We're starting to make our way up. So if we were to enter here with a call, where would we exit? This next resistance line, and that's where it hit. Then we know we bounce, so we would obviously target this, but we would see that it starts to get rejected based on a triangle pattern reversal. So like that. Now today we came down to this previous support line. We hit this first resistance line there. We pulled back, we held the trend line, and we bounced up above this support line. So now that we bounced above this support line, we're going to pull back down and it's going to act as a resistance line. Just a recap of Facebook today, we had a sell-off because it gapped up, it shot up, we held this trend line. This trend line broke into an ascending up triangle here, shot out, held the trend line, and bounced up. Now, so this is an example on TD Ameritrade. I'm going to go over an example on Tastyworks. So this is SPX. That's the same thing. It's the 15-minute chart, 2 weeks. Okay, these are the highs. So that's my first resistance. This is another high. That's my other resistance. Obviously, Today it acted as a perfect resistance line before bouncing on support. Where did I get this support from? I got it from this point right here because it was a high right there. We have some consolidation. You can see it hits this area, and then it hits down on this area. So obviously this is another support and resistance line. We hit this high, so that's another one, and then we came back down and we bounced on that. So this was a confirmed support and resistance line. We have some consolidation there, some consolidation. We have a go and we bounce here, so this is obviously another support and resistance line. This is a drop low, support, and then this is a low, so a super low support. We haven't gotten this low, so I have had no need to draw it out before, but so that is how I draw support and resistance lines. I hope that makes sense, especially for the person who requested this video. Alright, thank y'all, and y'all have a great day trading these markets. They're crazy markets.